right, everybody. Welcome back, mamas. Today, I want to talk about how to take control of your life. And I know that sounds like a pretty profound statement, but just like anything we do, if you break it down into bite-sized pieces, it becomes a lot more simple. And so today, we're going to talk about 2 steps to regain control of your life. Because when you're in control, inevitably there's less chaos, and I believe from my experience there's more fulfillment. So this is going to feel a little juvenile, and I don't care. We're moms. We're used to juvenile, right? But I'll tell you a story. A few weeks ago, my 4-year-old and my 6-year-old were not doing what I asked when it was time for bed. And I've not ever been one to have a star chart or any sort of reward system. We just kind of do what we do. And that's when I decided, okay, I'm ordering this pack of stars. We're having some charts. What is this? 100? It's like 150 star charts. Of course, it was on Amazon, and I'll link that in the comments. This is the star chart. So I put this up. The girls picked what they got a star for, and then we've created a reward system. Well, my 4-year-old, a couple nights into this process, said, "Mom, where's your star chart?" And of course, I thought, I don't need a star chart. You guys, I created a star chart the next day. I put it on the wall next to my girls' star charts, and they made a star chart for our cat too. But I created things on my star chart that I wanted to control, or that I wanted to feel a small win, a small reward for. And it has been profound how impactful it has the impact it has had on my weeks. So again, I've only done this for 4 weeks, but I wanted to share with you my star chart, because as a mom, you probably already have something similar for your kids in place, but why not do it for you? Why not start to pick a few small things that you can reward yourself for each day? And that doesn't mean, go buy a Louis Vuitton bag or whatever. It means the reward is the star. The act of putting the star on the chart is wildly and surprisingly rewarding. And so I wanted to share this. It's backwards. I'm going to put a picture on my channel so you can understand. But the things I chose, so obviously I wrote my name at the top and I picked a few things. The first being Bible. So each morning or at some point in the day, I want to read the Bible app. I'm working to deepen my faith and create a stronger relationship with God. That for me is really 2 to 4 or 4 to 6 minutes, depending on the day, of time in my Bible app. It's simply the Bible app. Google it on App Store. But so far this week, you'll see I've done that each day. So I've been able to put a star up. The next thing on my list is no alcohol. I applaud everyone out there who has become completely sober. I guess I'm sober curious. I'm drinking less, and the way I feel, the quality of my sleep, the clarity in my mind is unbelievable. And I still really, truly love having a glass of champagne or having a cold beer. So I can't say I'm sober, but I can give myself a star for each day that I don't have alcohol. So that was another thing that was important to me. We've got the Bible app, no alcohol. And then the next thing on my chart is clarity. And I don't know if you all are like me, but in a past life, I would mask a lot. I was unhappy. I was trying to put on a face that I was happy, everything was good. So I would maybe take a nip of an Adderall that I wasn't prescribed to, or I have alcohol when I got home to try to calm down or try to relax. But the next one is clarity, and that's every single day I don't take something like Adderall that I'm not prescribed to that I don't need. I'm completely clean in that regard, and every day I put that star up, I'm excited about it. So for me, clarity was a big one. The next is sweat. That's exercise. That could be a 10-minute core class on Peloton. That could be an hour-and-a-half run. It doesn't matter. If there's movement in my day that's purposeful, not just me running around town, then I consider that sweat. So again, keeping it really, really simple, but allowing yourself to celebrate the small wins and then see your accomplishment. The last for me is specific to my job, and it's appointment held. I need to hold at least one appointment every day of the week in order to hit the goals for my company and the goals for myself. So those are my 5: Bible, no alcohol, clarity, sweat, and appointment held. You see 4 of those are not professional. They, of course, ripple into my professional life, but they're for me. And there's some mornings where I put my stars up first because I tell myself I'm doing all this stuff. So I put my stars up. And there was a day last week, I put my star up on no alcohol and we had an awards ceremony. So I came home and I had to remove a star because I had a beer at the awards ceremony. It sucked removing a star, but I also gave myself grace because I wanted to celebrate. And for me, having a beer with coworkers and friends, it was worth it. But I say all this to say, create little things in your day to day that you can reward yourself for, that you can celebrate. Because if you're anything like me, you run through your day, checking things off your list and just flying through all of the things you've planned, or maybe not planned, but not recognizing all of the things you're accomplishing. The other thing that I do to help create control in my day is I create appointments for my family time. So a long time ago, one of my favorite mentors and business partner suggested that I put family time on my calendar, because every day I was finding I was leaving the office with my hair on fire, rushing home to be mom. And then my hair was still on fire, right? So I always felt like I was running from one thing to the next, leaving what was behind me in a blaze. I started putting at 4:00 for me, I stop working. And at 4:00 every day on my calendar that I have my girls, it says girl time. So whatever I'm doing at work, it stops at 4:00 and I go towards my next appointment, which is girl time. So I'm not, the mindset shift is incredible. I'm not running away from what's undone at work, because as we all know, work expands to the time that we allow it. I could stay in my office 100% of the time and I still wouldn't catch up on work. This allows me to have a deadline, knowing I'm leaving at 4 and I'm not touching work again until the next morning. I understand not everyone's careers, especially real estate agents, have the luxury to do that, but you can create boundaries. And this is a boundary for me. I have on my voicemail, if you've reached me after 5:00, that's time reserved for my family. I will get back to you the next business day. You all, the number of people that start their voice message to me by applauding my voice greeting is profound. It's so cool how many people say, oh my gosh, I love that you have that. I wish I could do it. Well, you can. You can put that on your voicemail. And maybe you put a note in there that says, if this is urgent, text me. But let people know you have boundaries. Teach people how to treat you, and most of them will treat you that way. If they don't, that's clarifying. Move on. Get them out of your life, or have a fierce conversation about the importance. I want to wrap up by saying, have a fierce conversation about the importance of your boundaries if there's someone that's not respecting them. I'll do another segment on fierce conversations, but I want to wrap this up by saying, get a star chart. It's a very, very low cost. It's a very, very short amount of time to prep and prepare for what that system is. And it's incredibly rewarding. You don't have to have small children to have a star chart either. So all you mamas that have teenagers, or maybe your kids are out of the house, have your own star chart, put it on the refrigerator, but give yourself a star. Applaud what you have accomplished, because what you're doing today is creating who you are becoming. The habits in your life create the quality of your future self. If you have bad habits, that's telling, right? It's not to say you're going to be bad, but the quality of your life may be less. If you have great habits, strong habits, inevitably the quality of your life is going to be better. So, star chart, book family appointments, okay? Put an end to your day, bookends. You all know how much you get done when you know you're leaving for vacation tomorrow. Make every afternoon that deadline. Don't let work expand into the time that that you can give to your family or to yourself. And then lastly, create boundaries and stick to them. Just be clear in that conversation. People want boundaries. Little kids want boundaries. Grown-ups, we don't grow out of that. But I think a lot of us, myself included, worry that we're going to hurt someone's feelings or upset someone. In fact, that's not usually the case. Usually they say thank you if communicated in the right way, in an eloquent and kind way. There's a great book called Fierce Conversations that you can get insight on on having those conversations from. And the other book is called Set Boundaries and Find Peace. I'll leave you with that. Set boundaries and find peace, Mama. I love you.